My name is Rebecca and I'm here with 310 Nutrition. Welcome to Mocktail Monday. For today's Mocktail Monday recipe, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a boosted dragon fruit lemonade smoothie using 310's lemonade as well as their MCT oil. The MCT oil is what is going to make this smoothie boosted, but I'll get to the details on that a little bit later. This mocktail was inspired by the really popular Starbucks drink called the Dragon drink. The main ingredient in it is dragon fruit. Sorry, you can't really see the color right now. Also known as pitaya. It's a low-calorie fruit that's also nutrient dense. It's delicious and has the most incredible, unique, and almost weird for a fruit magenta color. So you really can't miss this drink. You've probably seen it out, especially in the summer months. So before we get into making the drink and talking about the ingredients today, I thought I would just start off by talking about why mocktails. So if you're on a health, fitness, weight, wellness journey, you're probably monitoring what you're eating quite a bit, and that's great. But I think it's also really important when you are on these journeys to monitor what you are drinking, because drinks, although seemingly benign, can actually be super caloric and super sugary. So they can actually, depending on how much you're consuming or how often or how much sugar and calories are in your drinks, they can actually hinder you from reaching your goals. That being said, just because these drinks are something that you should be wary of or aware of and maybe try to limit or avoid, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to just stick with water or stop enjoying tasty drinks all around the board. Thanks to mocktails, there's plenty of substitutes and other ingredients and healthy swaps that you can use to recreate some of your favorite drinks, so that you're controlling the ingredients and they have less calories, less sugar, healthier ingredients as a whole, and therefore will benefit your overall well-being and potentially help you reach your goals. I want to talk also a little bit about why Starbucks drinks in particular are really great to make mocktails of. I think this is my third Mocktail Monday where I've done my own spin on a Starbucks drink. So Starbucks drinks as a whole are notorious for being ridiculously sugary and really, really caloric, which is concerning considering the negative health effects that consuming a lot of sugar can have, which we're going to discuss a little bit more in depth in just a few seconds. So Starbucks drinks, depending on your drink of choice, they can actually contain as many calories as a full meal. So my old favorite Starbucks drink was a white chocolate mocha, and I think it teetered on the line of like 500 to 600 calories. Like, that's crazy. When you compare that to a 2,000 calorie diet, like that's a full meal, but it's not a meal at all. And then when it comes to sugar, Starbucks drinks tend to have as much sugar in a single drink as you should be consuming in the entire day or throughout the entire day. Their dragon drink, a grande size, has a whopping 30 grams of sugar, which is crazy. Yikes. So because of that, I was inspired to make my own version of the dragon drink because I love it so much and I adore pitaya. So yeah, now that I've we've dipped our toes in, we're gonna go full dive and talk a little bit more about sugar. So I'm not a nutritionist, I'm no expert here. I'm a normal person just like you guys who's taken the initiative to, really be mindful of my health and well-being, my exercise, the foods I'm eating, even what I'm consuming on social media and the news. So whenever I do present you guys with some facts or numbers, statistics, I do take out my computer because I want to deliver real information. I don't want to accidentally turn fact into fiction, but I think some of the stats and numbers that I'm about to share with you guys are really helpful for putting into perspective why mocktails might be something you want to add to your repertoire, and more so why sugar is something that you should be conscious of in terms of consumption. So let me grab my computer. So I think it collectively kind of goes without saying that we all know that sugar isn't the best thing for your body. But until recently, I wasn't even all that educated on the downfalls of sugar. And once I did some reading, I was pretty surprised as to what I found. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the research that I read, and it spurred me into action. So here we go. The 2015-2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans recommends that added sugars make up no more than 10% of your daily diet. Your daily calories. For a 2,000 calorie diet, that's about 12 teaspoons of sugar per day. The American Heart Association recommends even less. For men, the maximum amount of added sugar you should eat in a day is 150 calories, or 9 teaspoons. And for women, it's 100 calories, or 6 teaspoons. So now that you have an idea of how much sugar professionals are recommending that you have in a day, let's talk about some of the dangers of sugar. So research showed that frequently drinking sugar-sweetened beverages is associated with an increased risk of obesity and weight gain, as well as developing high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, chronic inflammation, and increases the risk for certain forms of cancer. So I'm going to continue to just really drive these points home. Here are some more stats. Half of adults have at least one sugary drink each day, and about 20% have 2 or more. Adults who drink one sugary drink or more per day are 27% more likely to be overweight or obese than non-drinkers. A Harvard-led study in the journal Circulation found that people who drink 2 or more sugar-sweetened beverages a day have a 31% higher risk for early death from cardiovascular disease. Each additional soda, sports drink, or sugary beverage increased the risk all been there, right? Increased the risk by 10%. So simply put, cutting down or removing sugary drinks from your diet will benefit your health big time. And before moving on from all of this research, I want to talk about why caloric and sugary drinks can actually contribute to weight gain. So the info I'm about to share is from Harvard Health. So it has been found that the more ounces of sugary beverages a person has each day, the calories they consume later in the day is likely to go up. On the other hand, when you eat a larger meal, it's likely that you'll consume less calories at a later meal. This compensatory effect doesn't seem to be present after consuming soft drinks, for example, for several possible reasons. Fluids don't provide the same feelings of fullness or satisfaction as solid foods, and the body doesn't register liquid calories as it does calories from solid food. This may prompt a person to keep eating even after enjoying a high calorie drink. It is possible that sweet-tasting soft drinks, regardless of whether they are sweetened with sugar or a calorie-free sugar substitute, might stimulate the appetite for more sweets. Even though soda may contain more sugar than a cookie, because people think of soda as a drink and a cookie as a dessert, they are more likely to limit food than beverages. Kind of what I was talking about at the beginning, how we don't really think all that much about drinks. But yeah, you definitely need to think of them as food and not just a liquid. So that being said, changing up your beverage choices with some healthier substitutions can make a big difference on your caloric intake and ultimately may help you reach your goals, especially so in terms of weight. So with that said, I want to introduce all of the ingredients for today's recipe, and then I'm going to circle back and tell you a little bit more about what makes 3 Times Lemonade and their MCT oil fabulous additions to any mocktail recipe. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to you guys in a bit so you can see it. But the ingredients for today, we're going to be using 1 stick of 3 Times Lemonade, the original flavor. We're going to be using 1 tablespoon of 3 Times MCT oil. We're going to be using about 2 cups of frozen dragon fruit. some plain yogurt, about 3 spoonfuls, 2 cups of water, and 2 cups of ice. So now that I've introduced you to the general overview of the ingredients, I'm going to bring this closer. You guys can take a screenshot so you can save it. And I'm also going to I'm going to reposition the camera and bring 310's products a little bit closer so you guys can take a look at the packaging, and I'm going to share some highlights of the lemonade and the MCT oil with you. All right, so here I have provided a just shortened list of some of the highlights of 310's lemonade, but I'm going to just dive right in and talk about a bunch of the ingredients that make the lemonade fantastic for mocktails. So for starters, the lemonade is only 10 calories. It has no artificial sweeteners or colors. And I just want to note something. If you were to take a look at the nutritional facts of products that are similar to 310's lemonade, you'll notice that many of these healthy drink alternatives actually contain artificial colors, preservatives, and sweeteners, which can be damaging to your health. This includes aspartame and sucralose, which are both linked to a variety of negative health side effects. Anyways, so yeah, the fact that 310's lemonade doesn't contain anything artificial is a huge plus. So as we continue with the good stuff, 310's lemonade also contains alkalizing minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and potassium. The lemonade actually helps support a balanced pH in the body, because it's thought that when the body is too acidic, it can actually wreak havoc on your overall health and impede your weight loss goals. So the solution is to consume a lot of alkaline foods or products that will help promote a more balanced pH. And luckily, 310 lemonades were created to assist with exactly that. So another ingredient in the lemonade is Green Select Phytosome, which is a really potent green tea extract that contains a high concentration of easily absorbable, powerful antioxidants called EGCG. Studies show that EGCG may help metabolize fatty acids in the body, which helps break down fat and increase the metabolism to burn more calories. And the more calories burned equals more weight loss. In fact, these studies show that Green Select Phytosome can potentially help you lose 3 times more weight when combined with a reduced calorie diet than when following a low-calorie diet alone. So it's also super tasty. So tasty, in fact, that unless otherwise told, you'd have no idea that these sticks didn't contain any sugar. It's actually kind of trippy. It comes in a variety of flavors. There's like a peach punch, a cherry limeade, a blackberry, a pineapple mango. So there's a lot of options in terms of flavors that you can use to spice up your mocktails. So in addition, like I just said, to being a great base for any mocktail, it's really, really tasty on its own, and you can use it to make plain water a little bit more exciting, which if you're not a big water drinker, can make staying hydrated a little bit more easily. So let's move on to the MCT oil. All right, we got some, may get cut off a little bit. Can we see everything? All right, guys. All right, well, you're gonna be missing out a little, but I'll be sure to cover everything. So, if you're familiar with the keto diet, you've probably heard of MCTs, but you don't have to be eating keto to incorporate this healthy fat into your diet. So here's a little overview of what MCT oil is. So MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides. And without getting too sciencey, I'll just try to break it down real quick. The majority of fats that we consume are LCTs, or long chain triglycerides. And these fats take a longer time to be broken down in the body before either being used for energy or stored as fat. But MCTs are a particular type of fat that can actually be used pretty much instantaneously by the body for energy rather than being stored as fat. You can think of MCTs as a clean source of fuel for the body and brain, as they help give your body the energy it needs without the stuff it doesn't, like sugar and processed ingredients. Research also shows that MCTs may even help regulate metabolism, energy, and mood levels. Plus, fats can help you feel full for longer periods of time, and that's kind of a nice perk, right? A healthy fat that you only need to have a tablespoon of. Research also shows that fats can in fact cross the blood-brain barrier, making MCT oil beneficial for supporting cognitive function as well as brain health. How? Your brain is largely made up of fatty acids, so you need a steady supply from your diet to feel your best, think clearly, perform well, and stay sharp. What I like about 310's MCT oil in particular is that it's made using only certified USDA organic and non-GMO project verified coconuts, and there's complete traceability throughout their entire process. It's also non-GMO, vegan, lactose-free, and gluten-free. I will note that it does contain 130 calories in each tablespoon, which is one serving, but calories aside, this small addition to your drinks, or even if you want to toss it in like a recipe because it's flavorless, will provide a boost of energy and also help keep you satiated. So taking a normal empty calorie, let's say, our empty calorie Dragonfruit Starbucks drink, and making it into something more nutritious and delicious using MCT oil is a great call. So with that said, now that you've got to learn a little bit more about 310's products, let's get to making today's boosted Dragonfruit lemonade smoothie. So here's a list of ingredients for making a boosted Dragonfruit lemonade smoothie. If you guys want to make this mocktail, I recommend taking a screenshot of this so that you can hold on to it for whenever you're ready to get mocktail making. So I'll give you guys a second to take a screenshot. And next up, I'm gonna drop in let me remove this so you don't see it from behind. The recipe, which is super easy to follow. Take a screenshot of that, and you guys are ready to go and make your own Dragonfruit lemonade smoothie. So enjoy. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed learning about 310's products. So now it's time to actually make our boosted Dragonfruit lemonade smoothie. I pre-made mine in advance so you guys didn't have to see me deal with a blender and have it be really, really noisy, but the recipe is incredibly easy. So I'm also gonna give you guys a close-up shot of this towards the end so you can take a screenshot. But basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna combine all of the ingredients into a blender. You're gonna blend until smooth. Definitely stop and check the consistency. If it's a little too liquidy, feel free to add more dragon fruit or more ice, whatever you prefer. And once you're done with that, you are ready to serve and enjoy. So here is my drink, or my boosted dragon fruit lemonade smoothie. As you can see, the color is really great. I just got these fun cups, which I'm really excited about, so cheers. So you definitely don't have to add the yogurt. I like it because it gives it a little bit of a creamy feel. Another option that some people like, or rather my friends that I tested this on liked, was with coconut milk. It gives it another type of creamy feel and also makes it a little bit sweeter. So with that said, I want to sort of close out the video with a little discussion section. Now that I've given you insight into how sugary drinks can impact your health and prevent you from potentially reaching your goals, I want to give you some actionable ways that you can reduce your sugar consumption and minimize the caloric damage of your beverage choices. So like I said, I use my friends as a guinea pig for most of my Mocktail Monday recipes before I share them with you guys, because maybe my taste buds like it, but other people don't. But I make sure it's a hit before I share. This is probably the number 2 favorite thus far. I've been doing these videos for a couple of weeks. So great for summer. I know we all are in quarantine and wishing we could be, on the beach at a tropical oasis, and this can help you pretend like you're there and do a little bit of an escape. So anyways, when I ask my friends to try things, I also ask them, I give them the same, research that I've shared with you guys today, and then I ask them, like, what would be helpful for you to know, or for me to tell you about, what you can do to reduce your sugar consumption. And so we went over a couple things, and I shot some ideas at them, and I came up with a list, like I said, of actionable items for you to do. And so yeah, let's go over those. So do a little trade here. So you don't have to go cold turkey or totally eliminate sugar right off the bat. That would be really hard. If you have that in you, power to you, super impressive. But don't beat yourself up if you try to go cold turkey and you can't. Story for another live. Sugar addiction is a real thing. So it is really hard to go cold turkey. So instead, you should focus on cutting back gradually and keeping your added sugar intake to a minimum. And the best way to do this is to become a nutritional sleuth and read nutrition labels and ingredient lists very carefully. So one thing that you can do to become a nutritional sleuth is to learn the other names for sugar. So added sugars have lots of aliases. So keep an eye out for common caloric sweeteners, including high fructose corn syrup, fructose, fruit juice concentrates, honey, sugar, syrup, corn syrup, sucrose, and dextrose. For example, Starbucks Dragon Drink, they actually sweeten their drink with sugar and white grape juice, which is high fructose, and that's what contributes to it being so high in sugars. So also check the serving size when you are buying a drink. A single drink may actually be more than one serving, which can double or triple the added sugars and calories that you're getting. Not just, with drinks, this applies, serving sizes applies to, and added sugars applies to other foods as well. One example is that store-bought sauces. Definitely check the serving size on those. A serving size might be 1 teaspoon when you're really using like 10 times the amount of fat. But anyways, that was just a little side note. So when ordering a coffee beverage, forego extra flavoring like syrups and order a smaller size. Adopt the mindset that sugary drinks are an occasional drink and not a habitual refreshment. Keep sugary drinks out of the house so you don't have easy access to them. If you're not in your house, you're way less likely to make a trek to the local 7-Eleven or the market just to pick up your favorite, soda or packaged Starbucks Frappuccino. So just keep them out of the house. When you're craving something fizzy like soda, try drinking sparkling water. I love adding 3 times lemonade to sparkling water, and it creates sort of, the same effect as a soda-like sweet beverage without any calories and sweeteners. So drink more water. If water is too boring with you, once again, spice it up with some 3 times lemonade or squeeze some fresh regular lemon or lime, maybe even muddle up some berries and toss it in there, some orange slices. Just, yeah, spice up your water if plain H2O just ain't your thing. Carry a water bottle with you at all times so that when you're thirsty, you'll be less inclined to have to stop somewhere and potentially buy a Gatorade or a soda, because you get to the gas station, you see all this stuff, and suddenly water doesn't sound all that appealing. So yeah, carry a bottle of water with you at all times. Look at the types of juices that you are drinking and aim for 100% fruit juice with no added sugar. You can even water some fruit juice down a little bit to dilute it. Forgo flavored coffee beverages and opt for black coffee instead. If black coffee is not your thing, it certainly isn't mine. I love sugary coffees, as I kind of said before. Try adding some almond milk to it and a little bit of stevia, which is a natural no-calorie sweetener, if you don't like it black. And last but not least, as I did today, make your beverages at home so you can control what goes into them. So I know I've placed a lot of emphasis on sugar in regards to beverages, but I want to emphasize that sugar is everywhere. So if you're really committed to reducing your sugar intake, take things to the next level by looking at the nutrition facts and ingredients of everything that you're purchasing. I guarantee that it will, monitoring the sugar content and calorie serving sizes of everything that you're purchasing will benefit your health and help you reach your goals. So in closure, you should definitely check out 310's other products. They have a wide array of different nutritional items that are all formulated with the highest quality ingredients for optimal nutrition. They actually just launched their organic line of their keto-friendly protein powder, which I'm a huge fan of. It's also really low calorie, no artificial anything. You can check out what 310 has to offer aside from these guys at the bottom of this video. So definitely do that. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Mocktail Monday. It is, once again, a scorcher here in LA. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to take this outside, put on my bathing suit, and get a little bit of sun and pretend that we are not in quarantine. So anyways, I will see you guys next week, and stay well and safe. Bye guys.